So
Cheers. So what I got from it was there's a difference from the education here in the United States and Africa? Liberia, and how the girl she was in ninth grade and she just got made fun of a lot, whereas here, it's kind of the normal thing for girls to go to school. And just that difference between the countries and how I guess equal rights plays a part in that.
So to go along with what she was saying, being a woman that's trying to get educated myself and always having the option of receiving an education because my parents had made that a priority for me, and now I have made that priority. It has empowered me in so many ways that I can't even explain. Like, I feel more confident in myself just going to college for a year and being able to know that I'm working towards something where I could help just make a difference in the world. And it really got me thinking about how we take for granted a lot the education that we're able to get. Even the fact that most of us can get high school educations easily. That's a huge blessing that a lot of people don't even dream of being able to get in other countries. So I just really think that it's important that we take full advantage of the opportunities that we have here in the United States, especially as women.
Yeah, and going off of that, something that stuck out to me in the video that we watched was about child prostitution, and it's not something we hear a lot about in America, but it is something that is a huge problem across the entire world, and especially in developing countries, when these girls are so desperate for money, either for themselves or for their families, just so they can have the basic things to survive, that they will do anything to receive that care, and so they do things like prostitution, and they're taken advantage of in that way because they know nothing better. I was reading some material on this for a class, and there are girls young as 8 years old that are being pimped out, and just so they can have something to eat for every other day or so. And it is a big problem. There are a lot of people that take advantage of it, and it's something that I think needs to be spoken of, and something that I think needs to come to light because it's such a huge problem. And going hand in hand with that is the idea that girls are taken advantage if they are in an educational field. And we need to make it so school isn't a scary place for girls. That it's somewhere where they can feel safe. Like what was spoken about in the video, she said she wanted to make a space for these girls where they could unlock their intelligence. And I think having a school environment for them in Liberia and these different countries where they can feel safe and have somebody that they can go to if there are problems, I just think that's something that's so crucial and important.
I thought it's interesting how her name is pronounced Leymah. She talked about how 3 of the 8 millennial development goals were focused on women and helping them succeed and everything. And she felt like those goals had failed. She felt like there were a lot of great people working.
Yeah.
She felt like there's a lot of great people working on great programs to help them, but they just weren't working out. She kind of piggybacked off of that to talk about how what they did do was create an opportunity and space for women to progress like herself. She was raised from Liberia, just like a lot of other women that were kind of left behind and laughed at for wanting to gain an education and everything. And she wanted to do something about it. She was angry, and so she just worked and worked at it until she started to make a difference. And I think that's something that's really interesting, is just creating that space for them to realize that there is hope, even though it doesn't seem like it.
All of these goals, they all need they all need vision. Like without her desire to become better, there would be no desire for any example, no woman to become better. I think in order for us to reach our goals, we need to have that vision, I'm minoring in business, and we talk a lot about the essentials of a good business leader, or just a leader in general. And the number one priority of a good leader is vision. And without that, we cannot accomplish any of the goals that we've set in our lives. And it's amazing to see how these women in different countries have that vision of wanting to become educated, and they'll go through anything just because they want to become educated, because they know how important that is. It's one of the best things to be able to have that goal setting aspect in your life, to be able to apply those things and be able to, I guess, reach and create a plan to be able to accomplish them. It's sad that some people have to go through prostitution and different things that we've explained, but they still have that vision to be able to accomplish the goal of education.